All right. We are here live for the Nexus Gaming series. We are going to be seeing today We Like Tortles versus Position 1 GG. This is a Season 4 game. First week game. Should be an exciting match. Looking forward to it. The Position 1 GG won the coin toss, so they were able to ban their first map. They banned Cursed Hollow. We Like Tortles banned Dragonshire. So we're going to be playing today on Volskaya, as well as on BOE. So that's our maps for today. So that should be good. Looking forward to that. And it looks like We Like Tortles is going to start by banning ETC. They don't want to deal with that. I don't blame them. And Phoenix is getting the ban from Position 1 GG. They also still feel like he's pretty overpowered with his laser. He really punishes teams that aren't good at spreading out or don't have a lot of stuns. So especially with them banning ETC, that would have been hard for Tortles to deal with, or for the other team to deal with if they hadn't banned out Phoenix. So that's it's a good start, I think. All right. The long timer in between things is a little weird, so it's trying to see when my stream goes live. All right. So Volskaya is about delaying. The point captures are really long. Hanzo is a great start to that. He puts out a lot of damage, so that's always a good thing. He's got a lot of range. He's got a lot of poke. He can bounce his stuff all over the place, so that always works out really well for teams. He's definitely a solid pick, I think, for most teams. Good way to get started there. Red team is going to pick Genji. So we have all the Shimada brothers today. And Diablo. Diablo is also really great at point control. This map is all about controlling that point so that you can get that giant robot to do some damage to the enemy team as well as forts. Really interested to see how they set up their lanes. Genji, Diablo are great for point control and team kills, but not the greatest at wave clear. And you need a fair bit of wave clear going on at this. So that's a good thing. So now we've got Garrosh and Stukov. Garrosh, still a lot of fun. He actually does a great job in this game these days. He can really flip people, cause a lot of trouble for teams with displacement. Stukov does the silence. They can go a root talent for him. Stukov just really messes up teams. So point control wise, Hanzo, Garrosh, Stukov is a great setup. That being said, Position 1 GG has some dive going in with Diablo and Genji. I wouldn't be surprised to see them looking at something like Uther or Rhaegar as a healer. They don't want to deal with Malthael. That indicates to me that they are thinking about, putting in another bruiser, having a little bit more melee heavy comp, so they don't want to deal with a Malthael that can really get in there and mess them up. Tortles is thinking really hard about who to ban. They go with the Malfurion. They don't want roots. Also, Malfurion is just pretty good with those heals. He gets regrowth on everyone and then spams his Moonfire and just heals people for days. He can go really well with a Tracer, although I don't necessarily see Tracer as a great option for Position 1 GG. But you never know how things are going to go down in these games. So it'll be interesting to see. I would think good heroes to go with the Genji. They could go with something, a little burst like a mage such as Li Ming or Jaina. Kael'thas is really good at point control. Gul'dan. Chromie is just a killer on this map if they're looking at mages. Junkrat, for more sustained damage, he can really knock people out of position. But they might also look into something like Blaze or Sonya. There's that Sonya and Ming. There we go. Sonya's really great for both wave clear as well as team damage. She's in a really solid spot right now, and can definitely help with their wave clear. She's really their best wave clear option that they have so far. I'd like to see them pick up, well, they have to pick up a healer still, so they're not going to get any better wave clear, I guess. We like Tortles still needs to pick up probably another damage dealer and either a bruiser or a melee DPS of some kind. They could go with Thrall. They could go with Artanis. They could pick that Blaze up for themselves. Varian has been seeing a lot of success these days. His changes, moving his 10s down to 4 and kind of switching those, has really brought him up to be a lot stronger, I think, lately. So that's been pretty cool to see. Greymane is always great, and Blaze. So they thought about banning out the Blaze, but then opted to ban out the Malfurion instead, and they're picking up that Blaze. So that gives them a nice set of control. They also have really good wave clear, which can give them a big advantage in these matches in general. So good job to We Like Tortles on picking up the wave clear. And Alexstrasza is who we're going to for heals for position 1 GG. So they are going with the Dragon Queen. She's great. I love her cleansing fire. I love the way that she can throw out fire. She's really fun to play. Both of her ults, depending on how they go, if she wants to try to stay really healthy, she can go a little bit more healing. And of course, there's the healing bombs, which my team's healer always likes to tell me, always use for healing. Don't use them for damage unless you're just got somebody that's getting away with like 1 health. They're just not worth it for that. But we'll see how that goes. All right, so here we go with our first game. We Like Tortles versus position 1 GG. It'll be fun to see how this goes. I really like both compositions. I feel like the wave clear is a little bit stronger for We Like Tortles. Position 1 GG has a little bit more of an aggressive comp. They're definitely going to want to be in the faces of We Like Tortles, so it's really just going to depend on how well that Garrosh and Blaze can get people out of position, get them stunned, and their team can follow up and get them dead. All right, so
combat preparations.
Oh, I just realized I have a hotkey mess up. Let me fix that real quick. That's fine. Okay, that'll work now. Okay, so for the blue team, We Like Tortles, we have Silent Storm on Greymane, Garon Chief on Garrosh, Got Milk on Hanzo, Stukov is, Wisp is playing Stukov, and Dr. Crispy is playing Blaze. On the red team, we have Gluki playing Diablo, Sonya will be played by Eday15, Hoffy on the Li Ming, Radic on Alexstrasza, and Slacks on the Genji. Now, it looks like they are not terribly interested in going 5v5 in the mid here. We Like Tortles does have 4, but position 1 GG went ahead and just split off into 3 lanes. They're not interested in fighting in the mid. They just don't want to probably deal with that Garrosh being able to flip them out right now. So we've got just a couple of tanks who'll just smack at each other bottom lane. Li Ming is going top. It looks like We Like Tortles is going to take the 4-man rotation. Li Ming is going to back off. She doesn't want to get picked off. You sometimes see that on this map where teams will rotate 4 as opposed to the 3-1-1 split. So the teams are taking their laning a little bit differently. Getting ahead in XP is really helpful. Right now they're pretty even. Position 1 GG just a tiny bit ahead. Camps, you will notice, are already up. On this map, the camps are a little bit different. The upper camps are all about actually have monsters. You actually have the little minions that go off and kill things. But the lower camps, those are turrets. So you can put the turret down during a team fight, or a lot of times people use them on points for helping with point control, and it can really make a difference, give your team a little bit of an advantage. And then instead of a boss, this team has this guy. He drops a support packet. When it is put down, it acts like a little healing area on the ground, so it can help. It used to give kind of an automatic big heal to teams, but it doesn't so much do that anymore. Now, it looks like Genji is trying to do a little bit of rotations, but he's not finding any kills because We Like Tortles is really sticking together. Oh, Luki got knocked out of position there, but he is safe because he's a Diablo, and it doesn't really matter that much. Now, as we are moving along with this, it'll be interesting to see how they play this first point out. Teams can go a couple of ways with this. They can opt to really fight it. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I always forget that I can zoom out farther as an observer. Yes, excellent. Oh my god. I always forget that I can do that. Sorry, I'm a little rusty on the casting. So, one thing that happens with this point control is that teams can either really fight over this first one, or they can kind of poke at it but keep their teams off a little bit. You will notice that Diablo has one of those turrets that we talked about. He has once again been shoved out of position. Nice stun by Blaze. Silence goes down by Stukov. So you can kind of see where they're going with this. Nice body blocking by Garrosh, but Garrosh is now the one who's actually in trouble here, and he's going to fall. So he got himself a little out of position doing that. They're going back in. That silence is just really causing some trouble, but they went ahead and traded. Genji is going to get all over that Hanzo. That protect. Oh, he just went way too deep for that. Meanwhile, position 1 GG is on the point. No one is soaking lanes, so they are just going to kind of battle over this point for a while. We Like Tortles is going to back off. Wait for their team to come back. Death timers are short, so they will be back pretty quickly. So they're coming back in. We Like Tortles is reset. They are all healthy and ready to go. Position 1 GG also has had plenty of time to heal up. So they're going to kind of come at this again. Nice poke going on from that Hanzo. Genji's able to get out. Garrosh is in trouble again, though. Nice body blocking by that Diablo, although Diablo is going to fall. Garrosh is a lot harder to kill. Sonya's going to have to back out there. But now We Like Tortles has some pretty low players. Meanwhile, we are in overtime, so We Like Tortles has to make a decision about staying on this point or not. Looks like position 1 GG decides to go ahead and back off. They know their Diablo's not up yet. They're going to just poke for a while. Genji's getting a lot of nice poke in. Garrosh is kind of chasing Sonya away. They're just kind of waiting now. Position 1 GG's Diablo is back in. They're going to come in and try to re-engage this. A little pre-healing by that Alexstrasza. Nice play there. Blaze is pretty low. Diablo is kind of all up in the middle of them, but he's silenced. Oh, that silence is so strong. Sonya falls, but Blaze also falls. Genji is really low. Alexstrasza's in a lot of trouble right there. She's probably going to fall. Yes, yes, she does. Greymane is chasing that Genji really hard. He's going to back on off, though. Meanwhile, Diablo is on there in a 3v1. Garrosh throws him back in. He's not able to get out. Li Ming's trying to throw some damage, but... Oh! Oh, okay. I was going to say, did Diablo escape there? He escaped the players, but a minion managed to get him. That's a shame. Alright, so now the Protector is up. We Like Tortles secures the first one. Looks like We Like Tortles is going to actually go back to laning. They're going to use this first one, get ahead in XP a little bit, but they're not worried about pushing too hard with it. Thank you, C. I appreciate you being about to DM me. I did tell this team I'm pretty rusty. This was a last minute plan here, so. Sonya's taking an awful lot of damage from that protector. They really do a lot of damage. The later in the game it gets, the more hero damage that they do. It's just kind of crazy how much damage that they do. Meanwhile, they're just, you know, Position 1 GG has decided to just kind of poke at it, but they're not overly concerned at this point with trying to save this particular fort. They are getting laning. They see that We Like Tortles has hit 10. They're about a level down. They want to get that 10. They know they can't do a whole lot about this right now.
Blue team has destroyed the fort.
Sonya was thinking about rotating up to that Greymane, but Greymane is laning pretty safely there, so they're not going to be able to get him. Meanwhile, We Like Tortles is going to go ahead and get on their camp. They want to have a turret for the next time they get into a team fight. So that's what they're going to be doing right now. Sonya is going to be getting the camp up top. They want to add a little bit of merc pressure. She'll probably rotate down and get a turret as well. But she's gonna see if Diablo needs a hand. He looks like he's doing pretty well right now, though. They're trying to bait that Greymane out, but Greymane is not interested in it.
Hero slain.
Oh my goodness, there is a chase going down bottom that I totally missed there. Alexstrasza is down. We Like Tortles is like, hey, we're going to take this camp as well now. There's not a whole lot that Position 1 GG can do about it. They do have 10 now, though, so they are able to take a fight. We Like Tortles is going to have 2 turrets for the next point. That's going to hurt a little bit. Those things hurt quite a lot. You definitely need to focus them down and kill them when they are around. Genji's heading down to that Blaze, see if he can get some damage in on him. Unfortunately, he doesn't have a fort there to retreat to, so he can't be terribly aggressive. I don't think Blaze can kill him on his own, though, so he's not really in any danger. Meanwhile, We Like Tortles is about to hit 13. They are going to be a talent tier ahead for this next point that comes up. That's a little bit problematic for Position 1 GG, but they aren't too far behind. They can soak and get caught up. Hopefully that'll kind of catch. Let's look real quick at talents because I haven't actually done that yet. So we do have Cursed Bullet for the Greymane, Warlord's Challenge, so the taunt for the Garrosh, Dragon's Arrow, the stun for Hanzo, Massive Shove for the Sukov, Combustion. So Blaze really wants to get some damage. He did not go bunker. He wants to help kill things. Diablo went Apocalypse, Wrath of the Berserker for Sonya. They caught that Li Ming out. I didn't catch it quite in time, but she was caught out of position. They're going to go ahead and get their support camp. Let's see, what else do we have? Wave of Force, Cleansing Flame, and X-Strike for the Genji. That surprises me. I would have expected him to go Dragon's Blade as successful as he was in that first point at getting in there and getting some kills, but maybe he felt like they would be able to just stun him out of it with the Blaze and the Garrosh, which isn't necessarily unlikely, so I can kind of see that. So Position 1 GG is actually really close to 13 here, so they're not too far behind from being able to take this fight. It looks like they're going to go ahead and not worry about soaking for it. They're just going to go for it. Wookie goes in, but he misses the wall. That stun by Blaze was great. Diablo is out of position. He does hit APOC, but he falls down. There is a lot of poke damage going on in the back. Hanzo is doing a great job at that. Alexstrasza did a great job with her healing bombs, keeping her team up as best as she could. Unfortunately, Sonya also fell. Diablo is back up. They still are not 13. That's a challenging place for them to be. They did finally hit 13. Oh, that was so great. That was a great house over there. Poor Genji is eliminated. I think at this point, Position 1 GG would do better to send someone to soak Sonya probably down to the bot lane where she could try to catch him up in XP a little bit. But it looks like they are going to fight here. We've got Garrosh and Greymane inside the Protector. Looks like Blaze is actually, and Stukov are actually going to leave that Protector to do his own thing, and they're going to soak. They want to get ahead. Diablo's in a lot of trouble there, the Punisher, Protector, doing a lot of damage. All these P words.
Blue team has destroyed the fort.
Blaze is getting some good soak in. He's double soaking lanes. They have now hit 16. Getting some walls down on this keep. That's a really good thing for them. Stukov did decide to stay after all, which is a smart move. Diablo did go to soak. He's decided that he can't do a whole lot for them. Ming is trying to get some good poke damage in. She is still taking a fair bit of damage from that protector, though. Interesting to see her build. Should go Cannoneer. So that means her basic attacks do more damage, which can be helpful. So it looks like they're going to try to get this mid fort too. Position 1 GG does still have all of their keeps, but they are down a talent tier still. They just can't quite seem to catch up. Sonya is doing some work now at bottom, getting some soak in. We Like Tortles does not look like they're going to go gank anyone. Position 1 GG is going to go ahead and take their camp, do some cleanup. They went ahead and backed off. They did not take that middle fort. They are just going to go ahead and do some murking of their own, get some camps, get their turrets, all that kind of stuff. Greymane is getting his camp. They are thinking about going over and taking We Like Tortles turret. They know they're safe because they see the top camp just went over to position 1 GG, so they know they're not here yet. And they're not rotating down, so they're able to just safely grab that. They are going to try to get a gank on this Sonya. Will they be able to catch her? No. Sonya is out of there. Smart. If Garrosh had caught her, that would have been disastrous. They're going to go ahead and go back to this middle fort. See if they can maybe get a little more pressure here. Position 1 GG is coming down. They do have a camp top. Getting a little bit of work done. They are almost 16. If they can get 16 before this next point comes up, they can at least put up a fight before 20. Once we hit 20, it's a little bit complicated for them. It's a lot of waiting game. So they really want to get 16 before this next point comes up. Meanwhile, We Like Tortles is going to go ahead and get the support camp. Position 1 GG looks at it, realizes they're there, backs on off. They know they're not ready to take that fight yet because they're down a talent tier. Sonya is doing a great job trying to get them caught up with her soak. She's staying safe. She's not out where she can get ganked, so that's good. She learned her lesson from the Ming earlier. We Like Tortles is meanwhile just really sticking together in this. Keeping the lanes pushed out. So position 1 GG is now 16. They might look for a fight, so if they can get one before We Like Tortles hits 20, that would be the best thing that they could do. Hiding in a bush. Alexstrasza, you don't want to lead there. There's the Diablo. He has Garrosh, but then he kind of has to get out of there. Unfortunately, his team's not there to quite follow up with him. Alexstrasza pops her ult to keep Diablo alive, but the fight doesn't happen. So that is an ult down with this point coming up. It's a little bit unfortunate. They just weren't able to quite get that pick. Unfortunately, Garrosh is not the easiest guy to pick with his protects and his ability to stun people and get them out of there. It does make it a little bit challenging. This is always an interesting point with the way that these escalators move. Why did they come off of it? Where are they going? Oh, they're going to go over here and try to get them on this camp. That stun went out. A lot of damage going out. Garrosh is in trouble. Genji was able to get out. Apoc is going down. Can they get that Alexstrasza? Meanwhile, though, Sonya is going to fall. Alexstrasza does fall. It looks like Diablo is also going to fall. Blaze is also going to fall. This is a bloodbath. Sonya falls. Oh my. Genji is just cleaning house right now. It is just the Genji and the Ming. Stukov was not able to keep up. Hanzo versus the Ming and the Genji. Wow, that was, woo! Hanzo is going to think about what he wants to do here. He's going to get some lanes. And, you know, considering that that position 1 GG was down 18 to 20, that was actually pretty good. Hanzo's going to come over here and stand on the point. He's going to take it for them. Meanwhile, Genji and Li Ming are going to get their mercs. They want to get a little bit of lane pressure going, especially up in this top lane where they've got the wall down on their keep. They want to try to get some pressure off of this top lane for themselves, which is a smart move. Also puts a little pressure on the top lane for the other team. Meanwhile, though, Got Milk is just hanging out on this point. They're really going to need to get down there. OP is going to come off. He does not want to be there alone. Smart move. He knows they're probably coming now, and he does not want to get caught out. Position 1 GG is going to stop and pick up their turret. They want a little bit of extra help, especially since they're still not quite 20. And the other team is. But they did just not lose that last fight. So this will be good. Gluki's going on. He's going to put that turret down.